Hey everyone, my name is Charles, and this is Make Movies Now. I'm your host, and today we're going to take a look at using the Sin City effect using Davinci Resolve. Now, if you like what you saw today, please hit the like button below, hit the subscribe button, and the bell notification to make sure you get notified every time that I upload content. And if you'd like to help the channel out, please make sure to drop a comment in the comment section below. Thanks.
In the movies and the comics, Sin City is a couple different colors that are accentuated throughout the movie for different reasons, different purposes. And so today we're going to show you a couple different examples. Looking at the clips from Sin City, you can see here we've got the blue eyes from Becky. We've got Goldie's Aurora as she walks into the bar. And then we also have the red background for its White and Gale. So let's see how I do that in DaVinci Resolve. So here we are in DaVinci Resolve 16.2. I've got my two different video clips. I've dragged those onto the timeline here. So this effect we're going to look at using the Sin City effect. Again, we're going to isolate a particular color in the clip. In this case, we've got two different clips with a little bit of red. So we're going to try to show the red coming through. In our DaVinci Resolve right now, we're in the Edit tab. We're going to move over here to the Color tab. And once we're in the Color tab, again, we're going to focus on using the Nodes section in the top right. If you don't have this node section here, you're just going to click on the nodes button to pull this up. Now nodes, if you're new to DaVinci Resolve, in some ways are kind of like different layers. So you can add different effects, different color corrections, color grades to different layers of the clip. So for this, we're going to add one additional node. So on your keyboard, you're going to click Alt S to create additional node. And with this node created, we're going to click on it. And then in the middle here, we're going to go down to this eyedropper tool or the qualifier tool. Click on that. And then you want to make sure that this target qualifier is selected. And then you're going to click on a red area. Once you've clicked on the red area, you're going to see at the bottom here what part of that color is going to be corrected. I'm sorry, what part of the color is clicked on or selected here. And then on the top right, you're also going to see pretty small the reds that'll show up in the clip, and the grays are areas that we are going to keep the same. In this instance, we want the red to stay the same and the rest of the clip to change. So what we're going to do is invert this selection. So again, at the bottom, we're going to come here to this invert button and click on that. And you'll see when you click on the invert button, again on the top right in the nodes, the red area has been grayed and the rest of the frame is now color. So the rest of the frame is now going to be what we're going to change. Now we're going to head down here to the color wheels, a little spot that says SAT, S-A-T for saturation. You can either click on the numbers here and dial and drag those, or you can just double click and click in a number that you'd like to have. So for this effect, we're going to bring the saturation all the way down to 0. And you can see on the frame we have our red that was selected will stay the same, and the rest of the frame is now black and white. Now, I know you're saying that all the reds weren't selected here, so you can see some gray in the middle of this balloon and on the side. So there's two different ways that we can add the remainder of the red in our selection tool. You can go down to the bottom here, hue, saturation, and luminance, and just play with some of these wheels a little bit to add that ever so slightly. There we go. You'll notice it still hasn't picked up some part of this red. So you can play again with the saturation and the luminance. And if that isn't doing it for you, on the right side, you can click on this eyedropper tool again and click on the plus. If you click on that, then you can go over in here and select an additional red to have as a part of your selection. So click here, and you'll see most of the red has been selected. And on your mouse, you can use the scroll wheel to scroll in and out to get a better view of the clip that you're looking at. Looks pretty good. There we go. We're going to try the same effect here with another clip. This other clip we have two different cars we're going to try to select. Again, you get this bright red one here. Then you got that darker maroon in the back. So we're going to focus again on trying to show the red, which you can do for any color, of course. But here we're just going to focus on the red colors. Bring it back to the start of the clip where the red starts to show through. Same idea as before. We're going to go to the node section in the top right, click on your node, click Alt S to add an additional node. And once you've clicked on the additional node, you're going to go down here into the middle, make sure your qualifier or your eyedropper tool is selected. Over here as to what to add, instead of using the add, we're going to use the target button again. Make sure it's selected. And in this clip, you can scroll in a little bit to the red to click on it. And these clips are just brought stock footage online. So you'll see I've clicked on the red. In the bottom here, it shows where on the spectrum we have. And on the top right, under our node, again, you'll see this small spot of red that's been selected. We don't want that. What we want to do is have the red stay and the rest of the frame be black and white. So again, on the bottom here, we're going to click on the invert tool. Back to your node, you see the rest of it is now colorized, which is what we want. And in the bottom right, bottom left, you're going to go back again to the SAT for saturation, and you're going to click and drag that all the way down to 0. So here's the full frame. You can see it's black and white, except for the red that I've clicked on, but it doesn't have the whole car covered. So again, we're going to add a little bit more to that by using the spectrum here at the bottom. And again, if you still can't get everything here, we'll click on the qualifier eyedropper with a little plus button next to it to get the remainder of that red. There you go. Spacebar to play. And now we've got the red. First car is a bit brighter of a red. The second car is a little bit more maroon, darker red. So to add that color, we're going to scroll in here. And again, with the qualifier plus tool selected, now we're going to click on this and add a bit more of these other colors. They're red in there. Now you'll see with this color, this maroon color, it picked up a little bit more, in particular on the people here, and on some other colors on this car as well. So if you don't like that, you can just take those couple away. There you go. And there you have it. Look at that red car. Well, if you like this tutorial, hit the like button below. If you want to see more uploads like this, please hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification to make sure you get notified any other times that we upload content. And at the very, very bottom, if you could, drop a comment in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know any other effects you'd like to see in Davinci Resolve. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks.